Hello guys. You're welcome to another episode of the Couch Talk Show on HafrikTv. And my name is Olayemi. On the you see, I wanted to say in the studio today, but I realized we are not in the studio. So on this show today, we have Clinton, and I'm going to give him the room to introduce himself. Let them know who you are, what you're doing, and your name and everything. Please tell it to them.
Yeah, my people are great to know. Yeah, my name is ClintonBillz Luxury, everything ClintonBillz. Yeah, yeah. So I'm from Nigeria. I know you should have known that through my introduction. I've been Nigeria boy, Lagos boy, precisely. Yeah. So I'm the founder of CB LUX, CB Luxury, CB LUX events, everything CB LUX. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're here in China. I don't know what to say else, but
Togo we did.
we're bringing everything to you people from China, because a lot of people always think, oh, China, there is nothing, this and that, blah, 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 But now we need to make them have a different narrative about China, you get? Because when I was in the UK, when I tell people like, yo, I just came from China, they'll be like, yo, China, why?
What are people doing
for real,
there?
So they have this mindset like, there is nothing there. Why should they go there, But trust me, this is my second home. This is after Nigeria, it's China for me, So I want to make the people understand a lot of things about China. Like, China is not the way you think about it. Yeah, China is, to me, one of the best places to be. I'll be honest, one of the best.
I think a lot of people have this. I don't know, maybe because of the way our, should I say, the Igbo brothers.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing shade at anybody, guys, but because of there are some things that while growing up you've already seen or know about China. Like China is this, China is this. So you see that perspective already has affected a lot of things, and up till now, people are still struggling to believe that there's anything in China. And also, some people even came to this same China and they are living with that kind of mindset, with that same mindset in which you are here, nothing is going. Even if you are in America and the places you call good countries, you cannot just sit down. You can't just sit down. So, but you are here, you are sitting down, you are saying there's nothing here. I really don't get that part. But that's not why we are here today. We are here for you. You own the floor. All right, so let's go back a little bit. I want you to tell us, because you mentioned two different countries right now, apart from being a Nigerian. You mentioned UK, and also you mentioned China. So how, because we do not understand, so we want to understand them. How was the transition? Where were you before? Were you from Nigeria to UK, or from Nigeria to China, and China? Like, how did the whole thing, how did it go? Can you break it down?
Actually, I came from Nigeria to China.
Okay.
China is my...
Which year?
2016, September 2016, that was when I came to China. Yeah. I did my first degree in mechanical engineering, and I did my second degree, my master's also in mechanical engineering. But I wanted more. I don't like to be comfortable, you get. I wanted to explore more options, see what's out there for me. So after my second degree, I was like, nah, I'm not staying here. Let me go outside also to see what is there. So I went to the UK to do my, my second master's. I went to the UK to do my second master's. I did engineering management.
Again. So, but how did, because from what I know about you, we are here to do, now you're doing luxurious stuffs and events and stuff like that. So how did you know what, before you answer that, finish what you were saying? Because it's just came on my head.
So I did engineering management, engineering project management in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing was, I love cars. I'm crazy about cars. That was why I was focused on mechanical.
Okay.
But with time, I was like, I just feel like, I think I can do more than just focusing on just cars. But my dream is also to have a car dealership, just to be a whole boss, selling my own cars also. So you now imagine you going into fashion, luxury fashion, then cars also. It's still about lifestyle. Yeah. So that's just the whole thing. Because
it can also be car in a fashionable
way. Because one of my events that will be coming to know, so it's still about car show. I'm still gonna host a car show here in China.
Okay,
you understand? So that is one of the events coming up also. Yeah. But now I just need to put myself out there for people to know
Mm.
what we're about, who is Clinton, who is ClintonBillz,
What does
what
he
can we give
do
him,
and
and
stuff
stuff
like
like that.
that?
Yeah, so that's just it.
That's nice. So let's go to the next question now,
Yeah.
which is but first I remember I asked you how did the transition. Okay, you've already answered, so let's go.
Yeah.
You said so where did the whole journey, where did it begin, and what really inspired this focus on luxury
Yeah.
and having rare and bold expressions based on your brand?
Yeah. Actually, I think it started when I was in the UK
Okay.
because I was a personal shopper. Yeah, so I shop for luxuries and stuff like that.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't understand why Rolex is expensive. But if you
Mm.
should go through it and understand why it's expensive, then you know what
Please tell
luxury really
us.
talks about.
Please.
You know, a Rolex, just one, I think it takes almost a year to make. But it's not
Mm.
like they make the production in 1 year. You
Okay.
understand? Imagine you making something in probably, let's say, 6 months or something. Then you do
Mm.
some testing, you do some whatever for another month. You just make it. And now you're not making so much for people.
Mm.
It's exclusive.
Mm. Okay.
It's just like Rolls Royce also. You see, not everyone can have access to Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So
Yes.
if those stuffs can be like that, then I think fashion, clothing line also can also be like
Be
that.
like that. So what about the big brands like the big brands, Gucci and the likes?
Yes, the thing is, everyone have their own concepts. Yeah,
Okay.
everyone, a lot of people want profit and stuff like that. But for my own brand, I'm not just about profit. Of course, we need to
Profit
make
is
profit. Yeah,
important now.
but I'm not just focused on that now. I'm
Mm.
focused about giving people something dope, something
Okay.
unique. Because my kind of vibe is when you go into a place, the
Mm.
people should like head should turn like wow.
Mm.
You understand? Like you
Yeah.
should just like change the energy of the place.
Of the place.
So that's my idea. Like you wearing my brand when you go to an event or whatever,
And then
the people are going to be like,
everything.
oh, even people want to talk to you, yo, what's up, this and that. You get?
Mm.
Because I remember then, even before when I was in the UK, just normal streets were like Zara and stuff like that. But the why, movie, yo, on the street all the time, oh, guys will be like, I like the way you drip, I like this and that, blah blah. So I
Mm.
was like, if I can just rock Zara and stuff like that, like this, and what if I
And you're
work on my own
getting,
personal
yeah.
brand and people are still gonna go crazy more than that? And now
Mm.
this is now a luxury brand because the dream is my kind of idea is my clothing brand there. It's going to have. I'm working on an app also where you can
Okay.
detect fake and
An
original.
original.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So imagine you putting on something and even anyone can like, yo, this guy is.
It's an original it is.
You understand? So that's the idea because for me, I'm not. It's better for me to put on just a random Zara or something than me putting on
Yeah.
a fake Gucci. Nah, I won't do that. You
Yeah.
get? So that's the idea.
I understand.
Put on something dope, something that speaks more, that gives you value and respect outside.
That makes sense. That
So
makes
that's the
sense. That
idea.
makes sense. So, from your description, your brand description generally,
Yeah.
you described CB LUX as rare, bold,
Yeah.
and unforgettable. Those are bold statements. You
Mm-hmm.
understand, for a brand. So, what does that really mean in the way you design, create, and
Yeah.
show up with your brand in general?
First, yeah, why I said rare is um, it's about the intention. Something rare, like something not just everywhere.
Something unique.
You understand? Imagine, let's say I'm making 50 pieces and
Mm-hmm.
50 pieces, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for the whole world. So
Mm.
you can't just sit everywhere. You can't have easy access to it.
So
But you really want this.
mm.
But you can't just like get it like that.
Because it's not
No,
ever.
it's
But
you
what if
understand.
like in China,
Yeah.
and I doubt if there is anything these people cannot actually
Yes.
clone or copy.
That is why I said I'm working on
How to
how to
detect
detect this
if
is
it
real
is
and
real
this
or
is fake.
not. Mm,
Do you
mm,
understand? That is the main idea of being
okay, I
fake.
think I get that part.
Yes.
I on that part I'm really interested in it. I think I have an idea on how to go about it.
So that's it.
Anyways, let's move forward to my next question. So, your upcoming event.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is one of the things that made us come here today, right?
Mm-hmm.
The golden hour on the yacht.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about it? Because this feels like more than just a normal party. You understand?
Yeah.
So what inspired it, and how does it reflect with your CB Lux lifestyle itself?
Actually, yeah, going out in yacht, it's not just
Mm-hmm.
a statement.
Okay.
It's a perfect expression of my brand, CB Luxury. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And we should always remember, like, it's because my brand stands for exclusivity,
Okay.
uniqueness.
Okay.
Yeah. Now since I came here, I've been seeing what they've been doing here. Just pool party, blah 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 party, pool
Yeah.
party and
True.
stuff like
True.
that.
True.
And my brand is about uniqueness, something they've not seen before.
Mm.
You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm starting with a yacht party. Now imagine over 100 people on a yacht.
Mm-hmm. I think they've done something like that
They've done
before.
something like that before,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But now I'm not doing it their way. I'm doing it my way because I'm bringing some nice dope content. I'm bringing something they've not really like vibe with before.
So what like do you want to give exclusive uh expo? You understand?
It should be
A
something
glance
they.
through
The thing is, I want people to like anticipate, like, yo, let me even go see
what is happening
what
there.
is going to happen here. And trust me, this is an event. If you miss, you feel so like, God, why am I not there?
And also the dress code
Yeah,
is all white and
touch
a
of God.
touch of gold.
Yeah.
You're very specific with that, and it's very bold. So how do you use fashion at your event to elevate the entire experience based on the
Yeah.
fact that everybody is coming with white and touch of gold?
Yeah.
You understand? So how do you use that idea of the structure you placed into the kind of clothes they want to wear and the color and stuff like that to elevate the entire experience of the event? And why white and gold?
you know, um, Fashion sets the tone of an event. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now why I chose white means purity. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? And now I want something unique. I want
Okay.
something extraordinary. Do you understand? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the confidence of the
Nice.
people. That's why I chose white and gold. And now gold is like royalty.
Mm.
You feel me? So imagine you having the touch of royalty in you.
Mm.
Now you're in an event where you feel special
Okay.
with good people around you, positive energy, positive vibe.
Mm.
You
Okay.
understand? Not
Mm-hmm.
just random people because this event is not an event everyone is going to attend, everyone can attend.
Yes, I get that. I
Because
get
even
that.
the ticket price alone, it's not something everyone will want to like.
Yeah, I wanted to talk
You
about the
understand?
ticket
Yeah.
price,
So
but I was
that is
waiting.
why I said it's an event where it's not for everyone.
Mm. Don't you think people would say, "Oh, the price is too much" and stuff like that? Don't you think
They
people would
will.
say that? Do you have anything to say?
Yes,
Reply.
people will say that, you understand? Because
Mm-hmm.
trust me, even if I still bring down the price, a lot of people will still complain.
That's true.
You understand? But for me, I'm not concerned about what they say. I'm only concerned about what I'm giving to them.
Yeah.
I'm bringing quality. I'm bringing lifestyle.
Mm.
I'm bringing uniqueness in
Mm.
fashion and luxury and just something dope you've not seen before.
Mm.
Now imagine now you're coming to my event and you can still get something worth your ticket price or more than your ticket price as a gift or something.
Okay,
Because
so is
this
there a
is
gift for everybody?
not everybody. No, not everybody,
You are
but at
selecting the
least
people.
yeah, I'm not selecting the people. The
Mm.
people are deciding
Ooh.
themselves.
Okay, so that means it's connected to the activities of the
Yes,
day.
yes, because
Okay.
this is not just a party where you come, buy
And just
drinks,
sit
sit, play.
down.
No, 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 no. You need to connect. You need to interact. You need to
Mm.
meet people. You need to vibe. That's the
Mm.
main idea of the whole event.
Mm. I get that.
So now the ticket is 500 RMB,
Yeah.
for single entry, and we have for group of 5 and group of 10, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should also understand the location of the event.
Mm.
I'm not taking it to a very far like outskirt of the city. No,
It's in
it's
the
going to happen
middle
in the city center, one of the most expensive places in Guangzhou.
places.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
I'm
that is
following.
why the ticket is like that. It's going to be in the city center, one of the most expensive places in Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
Because imagine you posting some dope pictures and people are like, yo, this and that, blah blah blah. You get. So that's the main idea of the whole thing, and you don't need to spend too much on transport because even traffic alone you feel tired before the party.
Oh yeah, and you won't be sleepy.
You'll be sleepy. So and now we still have after party after the event.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's know about that. Where
So
is
I
the after
just want
party?
the after party. I'm still like talking to my partners, yeah. But it will be, or it might be, let me say it will be 90%, but not 100% concluded. It will be in the Ballers Club.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we'll be hosting the after party.
Okay.
But then after the whole conversation with the club and now we will let people know the final place.
The final place. Yeah. Okay, but at least it will be announced,
it
right?
will be announced. It will be on the poster also. It will be on the poster and everything. Yeah.
And I noticed that there's some no, let me say it like this. I also want to ask: should we expect any form of maybe some performing artists and stuff like that? Okay.
Yes, there's an artist coming from another city, Shenzhen. Okay. He's coming to spice the whole event, and I'm still working on some other people also. I'm still working on them, which is like there is a dancer I'm still talking to. Okay. And I'm still, don't worry, we're gonna bring content. Like we're gonna give you guys content back to back. So the events, I'm sure you won't want to miss this event.
Don't miss this event.
You even can't afford to miss
it. It is, from the way you're even saying it, I'm already feeling excited. I'm already feeling like, oh, let me what's up. I'm already picturing the whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, I think based on the artists, the dancers, and all the events, it should be in a cooler. Let's just leave it there. And then people, when they come, they get to see it themselves. Yeah. And anyways, let's move forward now. You said CB LUX is all about creating a culture and also a movement, right? So how does this particular event, the Golden Hour, help shape that culture? And what are you hoping that people would walk away with after the whole event? If this is not even about the physical gift they're getting, but the experience they're going on with, so that when CB LUX come tomorrow and say, oh, we are doing this in another place, do you think they would want to rush onto it and say, oh, more I badly that one we then do first? So yeah.
Actually, Golden Hour is how the people feel the culture. Do you understand? Because it's the energy of being in the right room, with the right set of people. Ambition people. Okay. People with not just anyhow people in the same room with you. Do you understand? Yes. People with ambition, beauty, and boldness. Do you understand? And CB LUX is just about your presence being seen. Do you understand? Because like all this year, it's not just about building or whatever. It's about it's not just a style. Yeah, it's just about building a lifestyle, a unique and exclusive lifestyle. Do you understand? Yes. Yeah. So that's just and now I want people to when they leave the event is gonna be like talk of the city for like month to come. Like they will keep
that's
because we're working on content, we're working on so many things. Now people seeing Instagram reels and all those things, you get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope, trust me. Like you living this, you'll be anticipating for the next one. When is next one coming up? And when they hear something,
episode 2 of the same event.
Actually, this same event, the idea is we'll be having episode 2, probably in Shenzhen. Okay. But it might be in Shenzhen, episode 2.
Okay, well, I think we should just leave that in the
cooler. Yeah, but we should leave that in the cooler for now. Yeah, we're still working on that.
Because this statements, they are bold. I hope you know, and I'm sure people would really picture those things already. And I'm sure, and I pray that you are able to deliver this, as you said.
Finger crossed.
So let's just move on to the next question. Exclusivity. Our English is crazy. I'm reading it, so you guys should just It seems like a very strong thing, from limited edition and pieces of curated guest list, according to your description, based on the fact that you would grow into having to how do they call the English self, you
Correct.
know, select,
Okay.
selected few,
Yeah.
selected few of a kind of people that would be attending the event, you know. Why is this exclusivity so important to you and your brand? You know, I know right now
Yeah.
it's just a starting
Yeah.
stone, right? Like you're just starting up. So probably that particular feature is not active right now. But I see that you're growing to, because from the document, I see that you're growing towards that direction.
Yeah.
And so I would like to know why that particular thing is really, really important for your brand.
Okay, it's important because not everything should be for everyone.
Mm,
Do you understand? That
mm.
is what I feel. That is my own kind of
That's the
thinking.
direction you are
My
following.
direction I want to
Yeah,
follow.
good.
Not everything should be for everyone. And not everyone, even though you have the money,
Mm-hmm.
you still you still won't have access to everything. That's his life.
So it's not about the money.
It's not about the money.
Okay, I actually thought it's about the money.
No, it's not about the money now.
Okay,
Because if it's about the money, you one person can just be like you, I'm buying all your places.
true.
So it's not about the money.
Mm,
It's about the uniqueness. That's what makes it unique. That's what makes it different.
mm,
So now it's not just about your money or no.
mm. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So who get to select those people? Is it the brand work to select those people, or the people just, or there is a shovel somewhere, or there is a maybe an online place to make those
Yeah.
shovel or
Actually,
something
they will
like
be
that?
like we'll still be working on surveys and stuff like that, yeah, just to hear from people and know what they think. But there's a way we'll work on all that. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because I've seen so many rich people, even in this Nigeria, I've seen so many rich people still putting on some fake shit and counterfeit stuff.
Yeah, true.
And that is like automatically that disqualified from putting on my brand already. Do you
Okay.
understand?
So what you're saying basically is that uh, the exclusivity or the exclusiveness
Yeah.
of your brand is going to be based on the originality of people.
People, exactly.
So because your brand naturally focus on um, originals, like things that are
Yes.
unique and nice. So
Unique.
if you stand out based on the fact that you are original yourself,
Yeah.
you're not just going around with I don't want to say fake things, but
Okay. Yeah.
counterfeit
Yeah.
things, like you said. So I think it makes sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, now you get your brand.
Yeah.
Now any direction where you won't follow, now you go follow. You understand? And so it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't know if there is another thing you want to say on top of that, so that people get to uh, know more about it. Have
Actually,
you done finish?
it's just like you having a sense of scarcity in every place you make, even our events also, because like I said,
You're
with
not
time,
supposed to be everywhere. True.
yeah, you understand. Even with time, our events, not everyone would have access to it.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But because you've been to some and you've seen how it's been done,
So you would
now you will
want
really
to.
want to attend others,
Mhm.
but you won't have access to because you'll now be based on strict invitation.
Invitation. So it will now be like a bragging right there for people in
You
the
understand? Like,
country.
yes,
So
I
I
did
did,
this
yeah.
event.
So and if they know that you are there, that means
You understand?
you
Like,
serve you know
you know, small
small.
now. Hey, that the vibe with that. So that's the whole
I
appeal of
get,
it.
I get.
So with time, like people will be going crazy, like,
Mm,
yo, I want to be in this event. I want to be here.
I pray you get that
Finger
because
crossed, you will be there.
it's for a foreigner here, and these are big dreams, and
Yes,
it
that's why
will,
with
it will
time
come.
also, I will be, or I might partner with some Chinese also. You
Yeah,
understand? Just to make the whole dream work out.
work out.
But it's gonna take time, but we will definitely
Slow
be
and
there.
steady.
Slow and steady
Slow
win
and
the
steady
race.
win the race, yeah. So beyond fashion and events, where do you see CB LUX heading to in the next few years?
In the next few years, we are going to be very big.
Hmm.
For me, I like to work with time frame.
Okay.
So let me say in the next 3 years, the CB luxury people are seeing now will be different from what they'll be seeing then. Because their day is traveling around the world
And planting things.
and planting things there, sowing
Yeah.
a seed around the world, you understand? And I believe, yeah, with time, brands like Gucci, LV, and stuff like that, they want to collaborate with us because of what we bring in, because of the idea. You understand?
Let me say this. In
Yeah.
fact, I will not say it to you. I'm saying it to the camera. That time he's talking about, you see this part where I ask beyond fashion and where do you want to see yourself in the next few years? It will be the intro of that particular interview again that
Yeah.
we'll be doing
By God's
as a
grace.
reminder that
Yes.
we
You
did here
said
that
something
time,
that time.
and we said it, and this is where we are now.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So for those that have never won anything from CB LUX before,
Yeah.
and they won that's or they have never been in your event, but before I even go into that one, is there any product like your branded clothes that you've already done that is available for people to really to see? Or because we have been talking about CB LUX and the design and this and that,
Yeah.
so do you have any present branded clothes that's yours at the moment?
Yeah. Right now we're still working on some designs here.
Okay.
And the first piece is gonna come out before December this year.
Okay.
By God's grace. Before December
Amen.
this year, our first release is gonna be out, So people
Okay.
should anticipate and expect something mind blowing, something that'll make you be like, yo, So the first pieces are gonna come out before December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Don't worry. Again, I'll say it again. That time again, the what do they used to call that thing where we say na exclusive? Na still exclusive. We don't use the word exclusive too much for here. Like when you want to say like, okay, something is coming, but before we drop it officially, exclusively, I think it's still the word exclusively. So exclusively, we'll be doing some conversation about it when it actually drop, because personally we would like to follow the moving train of this particular brand. We would like to should I say document the roadmap, document everything. We would like to be in charge, or no, not be in charge. We would like to be part of that journey together. You understand? So we can watch the growth and also grow together at the end of the day. Anyways, my question, let me go back to my question. For those who have never worn CB LUX, the branded clothes, or they have never been in your any of your events before, how would you describe the feeling they can expect the moment they step into the event or they put the clothes on?
There is just one word I would say about the feeling: goosebumps. Honestly, trust me. When you're in a room with some kind of people, you feel like, yo, I need to like go
I need to
with the
move.
flow. So you get what I'm saying? So that is the best way to describe this.
I like that.
Goosebumps. You feel that goosebumps, like,
I like that. I like that. Anyways, thank you very much for coming. And I appreciate. And also, but before you go, there's this question I always ask everybody, which is going to be personally, if you are to advise should I say your younger self, or somebody that is aspiring to do something in China, or sitting down, what would you say to them? What advice would you give anybody watching you right now?
If I'm to give anyone advice, the only advice I ever received in my life, and I'll never forget, and I'll keep advising people the same thing. First, you need to be hungry for something, to achieve something. Then when you're hungry, you need to be consistent. Consistency. That is that. The advice someone gave me, I will never forget. Consistency.
Just be consistent.
Just in anything you do, just be consistent. That is just it.
Anyways, let me add to that advice as well, because I see a lot of things, and like I said earlier, a lot of people are here in China, and a lot of them, should I say, confused about where some people does not even see beyond school. I'm talking about the students right now. Some people does not even see beyond school. It's nobody's fault, and they come and say things like, oh, there's nothing here and stuff like that. Yes, there's nothing anywhere. Even in that America or Canada, there's nothing anywhere. Nothing is sitting down on the street for you to just go and pick. So if there is nothing, but there are things around you that even you, although I know people will talk about the grace of God. Now let's put that on the side. Grace there, where we see anything we just saw, you go there. You go they work for you, right? But apart from grace, even grace and grace without your own effort as well, that consistency. People want like fast, 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 fast,
That
fast,
is the
fast things.
mistake
That,
they are
and that's a
making.
very big
You
mistake because
understand?
it's
Nothing comes easy, bro.
nothing,
Nothing,
nothing
bro.
great comes easy.
Nah, it takes
Do you
time.
understand? Nothing. And because there's this, I really do not want to talk about this thing,
Yeah.
but I will talk about it. So I made a video.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll attach the video here in the screen somewhere.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. So I said I was talking to a friend of mine, and it was a very long video. It was a 1 hour video, but I cut a part out, and I said, "Oh, you guys, some people are in China and they have been here for years, and they will say there's nothing in China and stuff like that, and but China is over a million, over a billion people, and they are surviving, and they're even one of the top people in the world, and
Yeah.
you are saying there's nothing in that particular country. How now? So somebody did a video and it was like, oh, this person is bashing people, like he's not doing something, da, 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 da. And I read the comments as well, and people are commenting things like is I don't mind them, they're Yahoo boys and stuff like that. I was just laughing. Like, even the Yahoo that you're talking about, you to go and sit down and do it and see if it was actually easy.
Yeah.
I'm not advising anybody to go into it or saying anybody should do it. It's not my business, so I'll not tell you what to do.
Exactly.
But that thing you are seeing that, oh, that's what they do. That is an excuse. You're just giving yourself an excuse.
Nonsense excuse. Bro.
Do you understand? Because you to go and sit down with them and do it and see if it is actually easy, like you are thinking in your head. That's number one. And number two is you should actually stand up and pursue something. Have a dream. Be hungry. I think that's just the simplest word to use.
Because
be hungry. You cannot sit down and expect.
Nothing is going to come to you, man.
Exactly.
Nothing is ever going to come to you. You need to go fight for it.
I think what I would do is I'm going to do more of what to do in China and businesses, and bring people to talk about what people can do, because I think people really need to be enlightened.
People need to, but at the same time, trust me. In Yoruba, they say, or let me say it in English, you can't force the horse to the river.
Yeah.
And still, it's not possible.
No, it's not possible.
Everyone knows what. See, for me, I have one belief in this life here. Everyone knows what they want.
Sure.
Do you understand? If you want to be successful, bro, it's in your hand.
True.
And if you want to be the other way around, it's still in your hand. Bro, if you want, that is it. You understand?
You choose that. True.
But if you want something, you will work for it. Nothing is ever going to come your way. Even though you're still working, it's still not going to be easy. Yeah. That's why I said consistency. You just have to keep pushing. But if you are not doing anything, you're just like, nah, come on, bro. It's like no one want to work, bro. No one wants to work, bro. See, like people like Davido and all those people. See how big rich, as they are, bro. And but they're putting in work. They're working. Bro, come on, then you now. Bro, nothing comes easy, man.
Anyways, thank you for coming once again, and thank you for giving us this inside look into what CB LUX and also the golden hour that is coming up soon is. And also, it is really clear that you're not just throwing events like the normal regular event, and also you're not just creating
bringing something
designing
different.
clothes, and you're not just doing that. You're creating moments and a movement, and also memories. So personally at HafrikTv, we look forward to see what is next, and also for the event that is coming, we look forward to experiencing it as well. Anyways, thank you for coming once again.
Thank you for having me also.
You're welcome.
And please, our event is 2nd of August.
Yeah.
2nd of August.
2nd of August.
Yeah, please.
So how do they get the ticket? And
the ticket will be, maybe you guys will help us post it online. Yeah. The ticket will be available. Yeah, there will be a QR code to scan, and you can ask questions for informations and payments. There will be a QR code on the flyers and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, no problem. So, we'll see you at the event, guys. Thanks for watching.
You have to be there, please. You can't miss it.